I want to know things about Michael Jackson that the public don't know. This movie can't tell that. Part 2, they can't talk about that. I want to get into the nitty gritty, family. Can we get into the nitty gritty? And this is the reason why this movie, okay, it was, many of you saw it and many of you like it. I liked it. But do I want to see a part 2? I don't think so. Only on a few conditions. They better talk about that Sony. They better talk about that Sony deal. See, Mike wasn't as shy as you thought he was. When he was talking to Paul McCartney about how much do you think the Beatles was worth? And Paul McCartney said, well, Mike said, well, how much would you, imagine it, just imagine, Paul, if you had to buy the Beatles catalog, how much would you say it was worth? And Paul said, I don't know, Mike, 60 million maybe? What did Mike do right after that conversation with Paul McCartney? He got on a damn phone and he bought the Beatles. That ain't no shy man. That man is strategic. And then what did he do after that? When he bought the Beatles catalog, what did he do, family? He went in and he was good friends with Paul McCartney. And Paul said, hey, Mike, I just heard that you bought the catalog. What's up, my guy? What's poppin'? You're going to give me my publishing, right? And what did Mike say? This is business, not personal. That's not a guy who's lost within himself. That's not a dude who's so quiet that he can't think straight. That is a man with strategic values who understood he had a purpose and who understood that in his stardom, there are things that he could do and he needed to do it. What else did he do with that catalog? A few of those catalogs. When he purchased that catalog from Sony, with all of those publishings of all of those great black artists, what did Michael Jackson do, family? He went and gave all that publishing back to all those black artists, knowing that those YT corporate businessmen had no intentions on doing that. But Mike said, you know what? My people have been scrutinized on levels beyond imagination. They have been raped and robbed on levels economically, socially, politically that any man could imagine. I'm going to make sure they eat. So he started giving back publishing. And I'm going to keep it funky with y'all, family. I think this is the reason why. We all know what happened. They said that the catalog from Sony when Mike purchased what he purchased was worth a few $100 million or up there. But what they said, that catalog was worth today, what, 26 billion? So we know that Michael was being strategic. He was being grounded and he was looking in areas that most people wasn't looking.